Hello BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm coming to you with a Friday Reads. So as you'll notice, the location's a little bit differently. I am in our bedroom, mine and my husband's bedroom. He's out in the living room right now watching the hockey game, and I did not want to disturb him because I knew I wanted to record this, and yeah, so I'm here in a slightly different location. I know the lighting is horrible and I do apologize, but this is like a once in a blue moon kind of thing. I had planned since last night to record my Friday reads. As you guys know, I typically film them on Thursday nights. But last night I was exhausted when I got home from work. And then today I actually had the day off of work. But it was for appointments, so I've spent the entire day running around. I had a dentist appointment this morning, and then I had to go to the hospital this afternoon for some testing. Nothing major. It's part of the yoga study group that I'm in. I think I've mentioned to you guys. And they needed to do like a study at the end, like to do the testing at the end of the study to see the difference between, you know, what my lung function was at the beginning to what it is now. So yeah, so I had to do that. So I got home and I got home about 4:30. I picked my husband up from work and I got home about 4:30 and I crashed out for like an hour and a half. Yeah, I obviously needed to sleep. So I had a quick nap and then I got up and we went and got dinner. And I just ate, and I'm like, okay, I really want to record Friday Reads. And so yeah, so this is going to be a semi-quick one, I think. Anyway, what am I reading this weekend? So I am about halfway through currently Walk the Edge by Katie McGarry. This is the second book in the Thunder Road series. It's a YA contemporary novel. And much like the first one, it is also considered to be like a cross between Sons of Anarchy and West Side Story, but set in a high school. So I'm really enjoying it. The first book that I read last year, I gave it 5 stars. This one is well on its way to being 5 stars as well. I can't put it down. It is so, so good. Like I said, I'm about halfway done it. It reads very quickly. There are like 60 chapters in this book. It's about a 450-page book, but the chapters go super duper quick, like 4 or 5 minutes per chapter, and you're like, I consider it to be like potato chip reading, where in the fact that, you know, you read a chapter, then you're like, oh, I'm just going to read one more. Oh, I'm just going to read one more, because they go so quick. And the chapters aren't numbered, but they jump back and forth between the two main characters of Brianna and Razor. So if you like YA contemporary, and you guys know I am not a fan of YA contemporary. Generally, YA is not my genre of choice or the type of books that I like to read, but this series is really, really good, and I'm really thoroughly enjoying it. So I should have this one done definitely by probably tomorrow. So the next book I'm going to pick up is The Arsonist by Mary Burton. This is a silhouette intimate moments. Figures, the rest of the lighting in this room is garbage, but the books are showing up beautifully. Go figure. So yeah, I will be reading this one next. This is a short 200-page little category romance from Harlequin Silhouette about an arsonist. So I'm really looking forward to this one. It is a reread. I read this one many, many, many years ago. And I remember finishing it in an afternoon up at the cottage. So this should be a really quick read for me. I'd like to get it done by the end of the weekend. If I get both these books done by the end of the weekend, that leaves 2 books to finish for the month. And really, technically, I have until like next Sunday. So it's a little over a week left, and I have 3.5 books to finish. So I should definitely be able to make my goal for March. April. We're in April. Oh my lord, people. So yeah, so that's what I plan on reading. I did today, very exciting, I finished my audiobook. That's the one bonus of having to go down to the hospital today, is that I got to listen to my audiobook in the car, and it was so funny because I got to the hospital, pulled into the parking lot, turned the car off, and my radio still plays like until you like take the key out of the ignition. And the very last thing I heard before that was, and thank you very much for listening to this audiobook. And I'm like, I literally finished it as soon as I arrived. So that was pretty awesome. So the next one that I'm actually listening to right now is, what is it called? Seriously, I'm Kidding by Ellen DeGeneres. So it's one of her, sorry, the cover's kind of getting blown out there. It's one of her books on audio. And it's just like short little essays. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's only like 3.5 hours long. I'm only about 20 minutes, actually not even, it's a little over 3 hours long, and I'm about a half an hour into it, so this one will be really, really quick. I should have it done by early next week. I don't know if I will be picking up another audiobook when I'm done this one right away. Reason being is because I have 2 books at the library on hold, like 2 audiobooks on hold, and I am next in line for both of them. And one of them I think is like 16 hours, and the other one is 6 hours. So I don't want to start another audiobook and then end up getting one of those ones and not having time to finish it. So once I'm done this one, depending on if I get another one next week, I will or will not be listening to another audiobook next week. But that's okay because I listen to a ton of podcasts, so I will definitely have something to listen to still. The other thing I want to quickly talk to you guys about, I said this was going to be quick, but, you know, let's see. I guess in comparison to a typical Friday Reads, this might be quick. The other thing that I want to talk to you guys about, sorry, let me put my phone down because it distracts me, is there's something new that I want to start on my channel, and this is something I've been talking about or alluding to for a little while. I watch a lot of videos, watch a lot of BookTube videos, and some of the ones I really enjoy are the, like the, what do you call it, where people like post on Twitter to give like shelf numbers and, you know, book numbers or something, and then they pull random books off their shelves and just talk to them about you, or talk to everybody about them. And there's other ones where they do like a try a chapter tag, where they like pick like a half a dozen books and they read the first chapter of each book and then decide which one they're going to read next. I would love to do that because I think that's a really cool idea, but I just don't have that kind of time to just sit and read like 6 chapters and then not physically pick up a book. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to start something new on my channel because I do have room to read an extra book every month. Like right now I pick my 10 books for the Triple RC challenge each month, excuse me. And I also have the little novella that I'm reading every month too. But like I said, I have like 2.5 books left for this month. And really 2 of them are like 200 pages, so they're really, really quick reads. So I will probably be able to pick another book, possibly to start and finish at the beginning of May. Like, you know, either finish it before the end of the month or before the beginning of the month or whatever. What I'm trying to say is I have room to put for another book every month, but I didn't know how I wanted to go about picking it. So I kind of came up with this idea watching those try a chapter tags and those you know, like pick shelf numbers. So what I'm going to do is I have over 400 books on my TBR on Goodreads, but what I'm asking for you guys to do is in the comments of this video, if you could please post a number between 1 and 50. I'm going to leave it as a smaller amount. I'm not going to go up to like 400 and something. Between 1 and 50. Pick numbers and post them in the comments below. If you want to give me 2 numbers or 3 numbers, that's cool. I'm going to pick like the first 4 or 5 numbers, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a video, and I'm literally going to tell you guys about the books that you guys picked the numbers for. So this was number 25 on my TBR, and so picked it, and I'm going to talk to you guys about it. And then in that video, I'm going to do a whole video on just those 4 or 5 books. And then after I shoot that video, I'm going to let you guys vote on which book I should read in May. And if this works out and, you know, we kind of like it, and it kind of is a nice way for you guys to see some of the things on my TBR that might be slightly older that I maybe haven't talked about on my channel before. The stipulation is going to be that, let's say you pick number 20, and number 20 is the 2nd or 3rd book in a series, and I haven't read the 1st book. I will pick the 1st book automatically. The other thing will be if it's a Christmas book. I don't read Christmas books other than in late November, early December. So if it's a Christmas book, I will pick the next book. Like, if it's book number 23 and it's a Christmas book, I'll pick book number 24. But that's the only, like, fudging or manipulation I'm going to do for these books. So please, please post numbers below between 1 and 50. And I'm really excited about this. I've been looking forward to this all month and talking about it with you guys. So I'm going to be, like I said, I will shoot a whole video on just, you know, what books it is. I'll tell you guys about them, if I, you know, like when I got them and stuff like that. And then you guys can vote on which one you want to see me read in the month of May. And then, like I said, if this kind of works out, then I'll do this every month. Then on my last Friday reads, I will ask for a number and then we'll go from there. So that's my plan. So please post those numbers below. I really, I kind of like the community involvement. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So last thing before I let you guys know, I know a lot of you do like seeing my knitting, and I'll show you what I'm working on this weekend. I am actually working on my sweater. You can't really see the colors that well because it is kind of, it's just after 8. And actually, yeah, I've got this little light on here, but this is natural light, so hallelujah, springtime. So this is called, and I'm in the middle of a row. Of course I'm in the middle of a row. This is the Campside Cardigan, and it is by Alicia Plummer. I don't even know if I can properly show this to you guys. So, as you can see, we have sleeves. So, we've got sleeve caps. So, you knit it down and then you put the sleeves, as they say, on hold. So, all those are live stitches. And when I'm done the body of the sweater, I will pick all those stitches up and then knit the sleeves. So yeah, so it's a cardigan, obviously. So that's kind of hard to show you guys, but yeah. So, it's brown. The color in here is not doing this justice. And as you can see from the back, there's like little holes. So that's the patterning in the back. It's going to have like these little holes that kind of like go down the back. It's going to be really, really pretty. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on this weekend. Anyway, guys, this is a slightly shorter than normal Friday Reads video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, please post numbers in the comments below between 1 and 50. And also, let me know what you're reading this weekend, because I always love to chat with you guys. And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Bye.